Hangul Day, one of South Korea's official national holidays, commemorates the creation and promulgation of Hangul, the unique writing system that our people are proud of. Held annually on October 9th, Hangul is not simply a day to celebrate the invention of the alphabet, but has become a symbol of national identity and independence. The history of Hangul stems from King Sejong's love for the people. In the 15th century, Joseon already had a writing culture centered around Chinese characters. However, Chinese characters were difficult to learn and the illiteracy rate was high, making reading and writing impossible for ordinary citizens. King Sejong, frustrated by the inability of his people to express themselves in writing, sought to create a writing system that anyone could easily learn and use. Thus, in 1443, King Sejong and the scholars of the Jifyunjang, the Royal Academy of Worthies, created a new writing system, and the Hunminjeongeum Korean alphabet was promulgated on September 10th, lunar calendar, in 1446, October 9th in the solar calendar. Hunminjeongeum means the correct sounds to teach the people, and King Sejong hoped that through it, the people would be able to speak and write for themselves. Thus, the creation of Hangul was not simply the creation of a written language, but a historical event aimed at realizing human dignity and equality. Hangul is highly regarded worldwide as a scientific and systematic writing system. Its combination of sounds, based on the basic units of sound and consonants, modeled after the shapes of the vocal organs, and vowels based on the philosophy of yin-yang and the 5 elements, is more logical than any other writing system. Indeed, UNESCO officially recognized Hangul's creativity and historical value by inscribing the Hunminjeongeum Haryeban as a memory of the world in 1997. This writing system not only testifies to the academic excellence of King Sejong and the Joseon dynasty, but also holds a unique position in the history of writing development. However, it took a long time for Hangul to become the commonplace it is today. Within the bureaucracy that centered on Chinese characters during the Joseon dynasty, Hangul was long despised and referred to as Eonmun. Among the upper classes, Chinese characters were considered a symbol of refinement, while Hangul was considered a writing system for women and the common people. However, the practical value of Hangul was re-evaluated by Silic scholars of the late Joseon dynasty and pioneers of the Enlightenment period. In the modern era, Hangul was used as a tool for national consciousness and the independence movement, while the use of Hangul was suppressed during the Japanese colonial period. Its identity as a national script was strengthened during that period. Newspapers and magazines in Hangul were published, and the Korean Language Society, at its core, developed a unified Hangul spelling system and standard language regulations. This was a fierce resistance by intellectuals to preserve Hangul. After liberation, the South Korean government designated October 9th as Hangul Day in 1946 to commemorate the 500th anniversary of Hangul's proclamation. While briefly removed from the list of public holidays in 1991, it was restored as a national holiday in 2013, reflecting public opinion and its cultural significance. This process demonstrates that Hangul is more than just a written language. It symbolizes national pride. Hangul Day is no longer simply a day to celebrate past achievements, but rather a day to reflect on the philosophy and value of Hangul. King Sejong's love for his people remains relevant today. Language is not simply a tool for communication. It embodies a person's thoughts and identity. Our use of Hangul goes beyond simply speaking Korean. It also signifies the preservation and development of the Korean people's thought system. Hangul allows for the expression of profound emotions in short characters, and possesses the flexibility to quickly adopt new linguistic and cultural trends, such as new words and internet idioms. In this sense, Hangul is a living, constantly evolving language. Furthermore, Hangul is expanding globally alongside Korean cultural content. With the global popularity of Hallyu content like K-pop, dramas, movies, and webtoons, the number of international students learning Hangul has skyrocketed. Universities around the world are opening Korean language departments and online Hangul education platforms are flourishing. It is truly encouraging that international students are learning Hangul and gaining a deeper understanding of Korean culture and spirit. Hangul has gone beyond being merely a written language for Koreans, becoming a cultural asset learned and used by people around the world. However, as we celebrate Hangul Day, we must not simply feel pride. We must also consider how to preserve and develop the language. In modern society, technological advancements are rapidly changing the language environment. The rise of the internet and social media has led to a rapid increase in new words, abbreviations, and loanwords, often distorting the original meaning of language. Hangul Day should serve as an opportunity to reflect on these phenomena and encourage the proper use and cultivation of the Korean language, just as King Sejong the Great had in mind when he created Hangul. Creating a linguistic environment where everyone can communicate without discrimination is a new challenge facing us today. The importance of literacy is also being emphasized in education. The true power of Hangul lies not in the ability to simply read the text, but in the ability to understand its meaning and express thoughts. Therefore, Hangul Day commemorates the spirit of its creation, while also embracing our responsibility to pass on a proper language culture to future generations. Every year, we commemorate this day and reflect on King Sejong's legacy. Hangul is the pride of our people, a symbol of cultural independence, and a shining intellectual heritage that shines brightly on the world stage. Writing is the vessel that holds culture, and culture is the home that embodies the spirit of a people. Because Hangul exists, the Korean language exists, and because of the Korean language, the thoughts and emotions of Koreans exist. Ultimately, Hangul Day is a day for self-reflection, a day to reaffirm the value of human dignity and community through language. On that day, the Taegukji Korean flag flutters in every street, and schools and institutions hold events commemorating the achievements of King Sejong the Great. However, more importantly, we must cherish and properly use Hangul in our daily lives. Hangul Day is not a one-day celebration. It must be embedded in our daily language habits and mindsets. The world King Sejong envisioned a world where everyone can freely express themselves and understand one another is a work in progress. As long as that spirit lives on, Hangul will remain not just a writing system, but the very soul of our people.